What up, guys? We've had an absolutely crazy week. The last week, it has been nuts, back and forth, a lot of craziness. And this week, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm looking at for my stock picks, what I'm trying to buy, what I'm trying to sell. I think that most of you guys just want a no nonsense breakdown of what exactly is going in my head when it comes to the market. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Now, I got this on one stock here at a time. We're going to go through them one by one. But we hit new all-time highs this week. There's a little bit of consolidation that's happening, but I think we're just going to keep pumping up. SPY is, the 700 is coming, the 700 mark. I definitely see that happening this week. I think that if we break above 696 and hold it at a high level, I think we're going to touch 700. There's too many bulls in the market that are trying to push this up. I think QQQ is going to easily go to 630 this week. I'm thinking it's going to break 629 and then go to 637, right around that level, and probably hold there. But I'm very bullish on the market. We are in the everything rally. Everything is pushing up. Everything is good, great, wonderful, happy, healthy, all the above. So we're going to go ahead and break down a little bit of analysis on these stocks here that we have. And the first thing I want you guys to understand is that what I say and what my predictions are obviously change throughout the week. So they are going to be very, very different over time. And yeah, I think that more than anything else, you guys need to be careful. You need to do your own research. But at the same time, you're relying on me to give you information about this. So let's go ahead and share our screen here and look at the stuff that we have. So first and foremost, let's talk about the Mag 7 here, okay? Let's bring up our Mag 7 stocks here. Right off the rip, I'm going to start with Google. We're in Google calls right now. And I think Google is going to look very, very good. Google is running up. It is pushing up. Look at this big push up that we have on Google here. And it's finding a little bit of a support here at 329.19. It looks like it's going to hold here and kind of consolidate a little bit. But I think that Google is going to keep moving up, okay? There's a little bit of consolidation that we're going to have. Maybe in the beginning of the week, we're going to see a couple of days of Google just trading around 327 to 330. But over a period of time, I do expect to have a gap up. I do expect this to push up, maybe a little pullback, nothing crazy, but I'm pretty bullish on this. And that's obviously why I'm in a position. I announced it in the private group. I'm in calls right now for Google. So if you're not in the group, definitely check out the link in bio. I would love to have you in there. I would love for you to make some money with us. And I would love for you to see my signals and implement them into your trading strategy. So we're aiming for about 340 here on Google. My calls for Google, I think, end at this week. So I'm very bullish on Google. Next up on the list, we have Amazon. Amazon was moving very slowly. Now, my thoughts and theories for Amazon is a slow move up. Amazon has not been moving so aggressively, but I think Amazon, more than anything else, this week is going to really push up. I think that there's a lot of momentum here for Amazon right now. There's a lot of good news that we have. And obviously, there's highs of, 258, 248 here. So we're looking to see Amazon touch its all-time highs again. And I am pretty bullish on Amazon itself. Next up on the list, we have Microsoft. Microsoft's not really doing too much. Microsoft did have highs of 552, a while ago. Microsoft was doing pretty good, but it had a massive drop off, and we're looking for Microsoft to recover here. There's a lot of consolidation here. Look at all this consolidation that we have on the chart right now. And I think that Microsoft, if it does consolidate and it finds a good base, which it is forming a good base, I think it could have another gap up, another push up. So we're going to have to wait a little bit for Microsoft. If you're going to do calls on this, my advice and my opinion on this is not financial advice, obviously, is to kind of stretch them out a little bit longer. But Microsoft does have earnings at the end of the month. So I think some of you guys are playing that pre-earnings play, which I think is really smart. And if we do have a positive result, I think Microsoft will have a nice little push up. Probably nothing spectacular, but a little bit of a push up, which is really, really nice. We could see this go to 490. We could see this go to 500, but it needs to break out of this consolidation period. Next up on the list, we have NVIDIA. Probably one of my favorite stocks to trade. NVIDIA had its high of 212, fell off like a lot of the other tech stocks, and it's been consolidating here. My opinion on NVIDIA is I don't think NVIDIA is going to do much. We had CES 2026. There wasn't much of a response there. Jensen Hung put a lot of information out. There's a lot of good news that came out. And a lot of people are saying NVIDIA is going to be really bullish. NVIDIA is going to be great. NVIDIA is going to push up. But at the same time, even with the news that's coming out, NVIDIA hit 190 and then dropped back. And I think NVIDIA is the main the main victim of this AI bubble. So we're probably going to have more consolidation this week. I'm not expecting too much of a directional push. I'm expecting it to go very much back and forth. And I'm actually going to be favoring NVIDIA a little bit to the downside. Okay. Sounds crazy, but I'm going to add in here AMD. AMD is another one that is very similar to NVIDIA. And AMD has a little bit of weakness. Okay. AMD is looking at 203. I just did calls recently on AMD and that ran up to 226. And we got out of those calls, and it's a good thing that we did because I saw the weakness forming. So AMD ran back down to 200s, but AMD does bump up when it runs. Guys, when this thing pushes, it is just an exponential, explosive push. So I think that AMD can be very, very bullish if AMD has the right catalyst and AMD is stabilizing at a good level. Next up on our list here, we have Apple. Apple's a really big company that people are looking at. Apple has been consolidating aggressively. We had a big sell-off recently, a little bit of a sell-off here. I think Apple's just been on a downtrend, and I do think that Apple, if it finds a good base, like look at this right here, this pattern, this little push-up, it needs to hold because Apple consolidates, red candle, consolidates, red candle, consolidates, pushes up a little bit, red candle, red candle, red candle. So this could be another one of those. But at the same time, Apple, I don't think will go too much lower. It's been slow. It could be another $4 to $5 bounce and then drop off again, but I'm not expecting too much for Apple. The base is forming here, and we are going to expect a breakout very soon. Next up on the list, we have Tesla. Okay. Now, Tesla as a stock is very all over the place. Tesla has been running down quite a bit. It failed to pass its psychological resistance at 500. People had a lot of calls for 500. We had a call for 500, but it didn't hit 500. But I think Tesla is going to go a little bit lower. Okay. A lot of the support seems to be forming, but Tesla runs down a lot and it can go back down to the 300s. I don't think Tesla is that strong right now. There's no news to push Tesla. So I'm very unsure about Tesla, and I'm probably going to do puts if it does come down to it. Next up on our list, last but not least, we have Meta. Okay. Now, Meta has been a little bit all over the place as well. Okay. It could be an insane pop coming up. We've had a massive drop here. Meta suffered the most. We have more consolidation here. And when Meta consolidates and Meta stays still for a while, what we do see is massive pops to the upside with Meta. When Meta has consolidation, Meta has enormous swings up. So could that be a thing? Maybe. Is it safe to trade? It could be. I'm personally not going to jump into Meta, but we're in the everything rally right now. We are waiting for everything to push up, and that's pretty awesome that we're a part of this. I think we have a good amount of time to push up. I think this is the beginning and the start of everything. So I think we're in a very safe spot. We are also in a heavy consolidation period for a lot of stocks, but they are tracking up a little bit. So we're on a good ride right now. We're in the right spot right now. Things are bullish. For how long, I don't necessarily know, but I do think they'll be bullish for a period of time. And I think that we will have some more consolidation periods. And this is how it goes. This is how the stock market goes. There's consolidation and then there's a push. And I think that people were very tired of the consolidation. Like there was a back and forth, like the fear wears off. When we go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, we know like, okay, these are the lows, these are the highs. And eventually people get bored. I hate to say it, it's boredom. And that's why people start to take longer positions because they know that eventually it's going to pop out. So with those longer positions, people are more secure. And when people are buying more, they get more bullish. And that tends to create the market to push up a little bit. So they trust a certain range and they start to buy at the lower end of that range. And that's when the market starts to pull up. So I'm pretty bullish. I'm watching a lot of short-term opportunities. There's going to be pullbacks along the way. I think this will push to the upside. I think that QQQ is moving cleaner than SPY. And because SPY and QQQ have been conflicting a lot, but QQQ has a better movement. Now, few stocks I'm looking at, I'm going to tell you right now, these are not all of them. I'm going to do more videos like this, but Rocket is a good stock right now. Rocket Companies pushing up very nicely to 2342 right here. Pretty bullish on this. Just clean moves coming from the stock. Clean moves. Up and down movements to the positive. I'm expecting some bullish movement. Avgo, okay? Broadcom, right? Wow. Look at this push up, okay? Doing very, very well. I'm going to put it here a little bit more. It's pushing up very nicely, I think. And I do think that Avgo will continue to have a nice push up. Like obviously, this stock looks a little bit different here, but this is a push up, okay? And we're forming more of a support here. We're forming more of a base here for another retest of that 413.82. I think will do very good. Now, one of my more interesting ones that I'm looking at is Nova Bay. Okay. I can find Nova here. Yeah, here we go. Nova Bay Pharma. Massive push up. And this has been happening for some time now. This has been pretty interesting, this push up right here. So I'm looking for this to continuously go back up. We had a massive amount of consolidation here, okay, at a very low level, right? Massive amount of consolidation, run up. Now, I would enter a very light position here myself. I'm looking for this to push up and try to get me some crazy returns. This is more of a lotto play, but it's had some insane growth. It's been 256% weekly. It's had 99 it's had 954% monthly, and it's had over 1500% in the last 3 months. So I think this is just going to go absolutely nuts. Another one that I'm really interested in is Sandix Corp. Okay, 99 point jump last week, 99 point jump, 160 point jump, 73% last month. Okay, so 99 last week, which is 36%, and then 160 point. Okay, really good. I'm bullish for this. I think this will be great. Micron Tech has had a massive run up, pretty consistent over a period of time. Now, this is one of my favorite companies. This is the new Nvidia. That's what everyone's calling it. And I think this will continue to push up here. Really, really pushing up. Doesn't seem like it's any stop to it. So I think that you can grab the momentum here. APLD, Applied Digital, pushing up as well. Really clean movement, a lot of consolidation, then bang, move up. Huge spikes up and down. But I think this will continue to push up. And, I think this will touch the highs of 40. And I think that if this breaks 40, we're going to have a lot of move. We had a 9 point last move last week. We could see that again, but we'll just have to see how much we can really get from this. I think it'll be more like 3 or 4. Oklo, another one that people are all over the place with. Now, Oklo is tricky. Oklo's had a little bit of trouble. I think that Oklo can retouch its 90 point mark. It had a low of 70 here, got bought up, stabilized, moved up. I think it'll touch back down to 90 and then move back up. That's my prediction for Oklo. Okay. Next, ASTS. I think this is ready to pop off. Looks like it's curling up a little bit, having a nice little emotional curl up here to pop off and to break those highs of 105 here in the short term. Last but not least is Caterpillar. I'm looking for this to push up as well. Look at all these charts. Look how clean they look. Look how interesting they look. And I think this will be a little bit of consolidation here and then a push up. Hopefully going back up over 630 and we can make a little bit of money off there. But these are the stocks that I'm looking at. In addition to this, I'm looking for this to go down, CJJ to go down. I'm looking for a lot of companies to have a little bit of volatility here. This went back up and went back down. Looking for this to fall down. So I put in this particular one. Lilly, okay. I want to talk about LLY. I think there's a little bit of consolidation right now, but I do think this will peak back up to 130. I think there will be some positive news there. So I'm also looking for that to go up as well. Now, a lot of stocks, right? You can't necessarily think what they're going to do, but I know one that is going to recover, I think, with the crypto, and that is effectively MSCR. I think MSCR is not really a great company, but I think MSCR will have a little bit of a spike up with the crypto recovery that is penned to happen. I think Bitcoin will start to recover back to 100. It may not happen next week, but it will happen soon. And as the crypto market recovers, all these crypto stocks and these tickers will start to recover with them as well. So that being said, that's my little sentiment and my little update for the market here. I hope you guys found this information useful. I want to put more information like this on what I'm trading so that you guys can get a clean look at everything that I'm doing. So that being said, guys, please subscribe, please like, please comment. And until next time, guys, peace out.